Good morning, everybody. Shane and Lisa here with Shanty Acres Homestead. It is a beautiful 67-degree morning in Missouri. You liking these cooler mornings?
I love it. It's so nice. It gets still warm during the day, but beautiful mornings.
It's enjoyable to have chores, get out. I got out and shot my bow this morning a little bit, getting ready for fall archery season and having chores to do. Nice cool morning. Another 5 or 10 degrees. It'll be really beautiful in the mornings. So we coming to you today. First of all, I want to share a little bit of not a problem, but just something we came up against that we had to figure out how to deal with, and that was pecking order with these goats. We kind of knew that was part of this, but we didn't really realize yet until we brought different goats in from different places how it works. So Star, our old nanny, she certainly is the top dog on the food chain, and she likes to butt the white goats out of the way, and the white goats like to butt the rest of the goats that are in there with them out of the way. And so that's kind of how they do whenever they're eating. And we was using the pans, the 3 pans inside the barn, and Star will go pan to pan to pan and just keep pushing them out, and they keep making their circle until they get a little bit of feed. And that was fine. It was working out okay, just fine. Piper now is in the mix. Our livestock guardian dog, Piper, she eats grain with them. And so that's kind of in the mix. And then we brought the 2 Spanish goats home, which we're very, very, very excited about. I did not imagine I would have Spanish goats already. Kind of thought that was a part of the development of this dream, but the Lord just worked it out, and He used my dad and Beverly, and we've got those Spanish goats now. But we brought them home, and so what we feel like we're finding is every time new goats are introduced, they fall subject to the food chain.
Bottom of the pecking order.
Bottom of the pecking order. So Star pushes the white goats. The white goats had been pushing the other goats, but now the white goats are pushing the Spanish goats out. And what we found is they're not eating at all. They're not able to come even into the barn. And we want them to eat in the barn because we want them to be able to be catchable. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. I'm watching the chickens come out of the chicken coop over there, and the goats are having a good time.
Everybody's playing this morning and feeling good.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of research, and I figured out something, a little bit different way to feed, and I got some ideas offline, and I kind of blended those ideas together. We're going to show you our new feeding system, and that new feeding system in my mind was that the goats would have to put their head through the corral panel and eat on the other side of the corral panel, and then they would be distracted and have even a divider bar between them, and it might help solve part of this problem. And actually, it has. So now the Spanish goats are able to at least be in the barn, and then they've come up to the feeder, and still Star will kind of push the white goats a little bit, and the white goats will push the Spanish goats out.
But they're getting a bite or two.
They're getting some feed.
Yeah.
So it's working out. It's pretty exciting to come up with a new idea like that. We got out here the other evening and started making it, and I got home from work, and I started building it. And I said, well, it's got to be done tonight, and we got to do the test run tonight. So it was kind of a late night getting it finished. We're going to show you some video here in a little bit. But before we do that, Lisa has something she wants to talk to all of our subscribers and viewers about.
So, we just did the reveal yesterday of our 2 Spanish goats. So today, we're going to work really hard to get this video out. So you'll just see it the very next day, well, Saturday. And we need help naming our 2 Spanish goats. So we have Star, our main nanny goat. We have Oreo, our buckling, Hoover, our wether. Then we have Fiona and Murney, our 2 white goats. Fiona's horns go out further than Murney's. And then we have Esther, Holly, and Pepper, our 3 dolings.
Which, by the way, you don't get to see them hardly ever at all. We've got them in another pen over here. We're feeding them by themselves and trying to grow them up to a certain weight before we turn them in with the rest of the goats. So we don't show them those 3 dolings very much.
We'll let them say hello this morning.
Now wait a minute. You just made a promise. We are discovering sometimes we make promises on these videos that we don't follow up. So maybe you will, maybe you won't. Let's do it that way.
Okay. We'll try to remember to show you the dolings. But we need some names for our 2 Spanish goats. So we have the one that's got a little bit of white on her face. They're both brown, but the one that's got a little bit of white on her face, and then the other one has got black streaks on her face. And I don't know. We don't really have, I don't know if we're named out. Like, Star's the only one that came with a name.
Well,
So,
I don't even know if it's fair to give them any ideas of what we've thought of right off the bat. But
that's what I didn't know if I
right.
should
Well,
say
these
that.
two goats are pretty special because I wanted Spanish in the very beginning of this, and then I went the direction of Kiko. Not that I think Kiko are a lower grade goat. I think they are exactly what we want and need for this homestead. They're more readily available, more easy to find, and they're a very hardy goat, very good goat. The Spanish, in my opinion, based on my research and reading, for me personally and for us, the Spanish are just a notch above that, and so they're special. My dad sought them out. He found them. He bought them. He kept them up. He quarantined them for a while, and we brought them. And they're a gift from my dad in Beverly. So they're special. And I don't know if it's dangerous or not. Don't use our ideas. Come up with something way better. The only thing I've even thought of is Pride and Joy. That's the only
And
two
that
names
seems
I've
a
come
little
up with.
prideful. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
didn't
kidding.
really like it too much either anyway. So maybe y'all got some ideas.
Yeah, so we need some help naming goats. I said Star was the only one that came with the name. Hoover came with a name as well. We kept his name. So we're going to give you a quick little tour. We're going to show you the feeding system. We're going to show you the dolings and give us some comments about names, and let's see what we can come up with for names for the two Spanish goats. We'll see you soon. So these are our three dolings. We've got Esther here in the front, Holly in the middle, and then Pepper back there, the black one in the back. So they're a little timid still. Esther is our friendliest one, and she'll let you pet her while she's eating, but she's still not just going to come up to you. Good morning.
Come on, go. Come on. There, Mary. So, here we are with the new feeding system. And you notice they have to put their head through the corral panel in order to get to the grain. Even Piper there has to put her head through the corral panel to get to the grain. The Spanish goats aren't up here right now, probably just because I'm sitting here. But this has made a huge difference and I only put some feed in here just for a sample of how it works. I've got it barricaded in underneath and on the end so Piper can't get out. And besides that, Oreo here, he was trying to quit chewing on the goat. Ow. Oreo here, he was trying to, quit doing that. What are you doing? So anyway, this is the new feeding system, and although it looks like a disaster right here right now, you're going to get in trouble. What's going on with that dog right there? She is really aggravating these goats to high heaven. What I'm doing with her is I'm kind of letting some of it go on because they are kind of hitting her with their horns and trying to put her in her place. And I finally decided maybe I'm just going to let them try to figure it out and settle it on their own and see if she can be kind of established in that same pecking order. But we did learn that the livestock guardian dogs are supposed to submit to the goat, not the goat to the dog. But I think you'll... So now you can see kind of the way that I put the feeder together. I'm going to build another one on the other corral panel over there. And that way, like the Spanish goats are over there right now, if I had another feeder on the other side, they could be eating over there when they got run off. So this is actually going to work. I also have another hay feeder in mind that I'm wanting to try to build. That'll be a lot the same principle. It'll be the hay on this side and the animals on the other side. And I think it's going to reduce a lot of waste. Thank you for watching our video. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And we appreciate, we enjoy all of our subscribers and followers. We do really enjoy the comments right now since we have a small number of subscribers. And we hope that changes. You guys help us change that. We're actually trying to reach, what is it now, Lisa? 300 that we're shooting for today. We're at 292 or 293. We're trying to reach 300 today.
We do appreciate each and every one of you, and we really like the comments. We enjoy getting to respond back to the comments. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.